Hey guys, how you doing? Two things I'm gonna apologize for. First, I sound a little sick. It's because I'm just getting over a cold, not completely over it. Don't get too close to your TV screens. You know how it is. And second, this is gonna be a pretty long video. So, for those of you who like short videos, skip this one because this is gonna be quite a while. So anybody who's been keeping up with my latest channel on my latest videos know that I have been kind of doing a quest to find the perfect Town Hall 9 anti-hog base that that can survive in Masters 2, Masters 1, Masters 2 against hogs. I know you can't beat everything. Even Town Hall 10s can't beat everything. You max Town Hall 10s, I've seen them get, smashed by different things. But it's really tough as a Town Hall 9 in this kind of world, in the Masters 2 world, just because there's just so many things that Inferno Towers beat and you don't have Inferno Towers. So more difficult to raid, more challenging to defend. So I accept the challenge and I appreciate any feedback anybody gives to me. So I've been doing base reviews on different bases. I make a certain base and then I'll test it for a week or so. I'll make a certain base and I'll test it, and so the last base that I constructed with the purpose in mind of having a certain outcome. Okay, and the whole point of the base that I built was so that I could deter hogs. And by deter, I don't mean I don't mean like make people press next. I mean deter them from the core and make and destroy them very quickly. And so I found a way to do that, and my last base never got 100%. Now this is a very popular base. Anybody who's familiar with this layout knows that this is the black hole, and this is Mavis's base. I also tried a Nestle Quick base, which was really nice, really interesting. Had a good defense, but got torn up by something. I can't remember what it was. But so I changed from that base. Didn't like that base. Now my previous base has never gotten 100%. This one I just got 100% here. Now, granted, some guys say, "Oh, there's not a whole lot that you can do when they're willing to spend, 300K to, and 3,000 dark elixir to take your base." There's not a whole lot that you can do, but 28 trophies is 28 trophies. Nobody up here cares about money up here. It's all about the trophies. So yeah, so he spent 3,000 dark elixir and he spent like 200 or 300,000. Look at all these spells. He's got 5 spells, 2 level 4 dragons, 7 max wall breakers. That's like 3,500 a piece. So if he's willing to spend the money, of course. But I still contend that a Town Hall 9 should be able to defend against this. You shouldn't have to suffer just because somebody else is willing to spend more money. So I don't agree with this base. And let's watch the replay and you'll see why. There's one very specific thing that I did not appreciate about this base. Number one, I don't like the defenses being on the outside. That's just it's like free defense. This defense should be on the inside. Now if we so he lost a couple hogs. Okay. Now one thing I didn't like here is he drew it to the over there, but then watch this. Only one big bomb goes off. Then the second one goes off. That is a problem. Both of those big bombs should go off at the same time, and when you're Town Hall 9, they should be supplemented with smaller bombs in order to kind of hurt and kill the hogs. Okay, so yeah, the spring traps will work. My base has spring traps. Another thing is you notice is when it attacked that mortar, half the hogs went to the core, half the hogs kept going. And that is not That's not what we're looking for. Look, the big bomb, have the big bomb go off. You know, the other one didn't even go off. Look, where it didn't even go off. You know, so I cannot condone this base. You know, we can just speed this up because I have no defenses left. He's gonna drop some dragons. It's gonna be pretty funny. They're maxed out, but they're gonna get popped by this air defense. I don't know why he didn't drop them on the other side, but you know, it doesn't matter. You know, it is what it is. So, but I mean, you guys get my point. You have to see my point that the placement of the big bombs is incorrect. The placement of the little bombs is incorrect. The spring traps are nice, but other than that, it's, to me, this is a train wreck of a base waiting to happen for hogs. Yeah, and it would have been even worse if he had dropped I'd say 20 of his hogs, let them roam around the outside of the base for a little bit, and then in the exact same spot right up here where he dropped them, drop the other 14. You know, could have completely wiped out the base, you know, just with the hogs, not even it, and that should not ever happen, you know. So I'm gonna go through a base build, and I'm gonna explain why I built, you know, my base the way I built it, and what makes it so strong. So I'm gonna scrap this one. Let's just go ahead and scrap this, and then we're gonna start all over, and I'm gonna tell you guys why I built certain things around my base. Okay, so obviously we're doing trophy push, so well, I'm not literally not doing a trophy push right now, but if I was doing a trophy push, obviously the town hall would be on the outside. Now the thing is, I want all my strongest defenses in the core, because of the fact that you have three. I don't have 3 X-bows, but because of the fact that I have 3 mortars, and the fact that I have 2 X-bows, you know, 1 clan castle, 4, you know, all these different numbers, it cannot be as symmetrical as you'd like. You can still kind of do it in the way. So here's the way that I did it. So I have 1 mortar right here in the middle, 1 mortar right up here. All right, and this gives me maximum mortar coverage. Now when I'm doing my push, I'm gonna put my clan castle right there. All right, so now it gets interesting. Actually, this one should be here. Okay, so now it gets interesting. All right, so I'm gonna put my X-bows here. Here we go. And see, now we're starting to build my core. I have my strongest defenses. Your absolute strongest defense, obviously, is your clan castle. And once I'm gonna move. Obviously, I'm gonna move it to the middle, but I want it to be a transformer base, so I'm gonna keep it right there. Okay, so I'm gonna put these here. Let's go here. I'm still upgrading these. You know, I mean, it's amazing that, you know, when I was in Masters 3, even with less defenses than I have now, and I never got 100% by town hogs. I mean, by hogs. That shit annoyed the shit out of me. Fucking whatever. Anyway, I know guys are gonna hate me for talking shit about the base, but I mean, it is what it is. You have your preferences. I got mine. So this is my core, obviously. So I got my strongest defenses. Once I upgrade my Telsis, it's gonna be a lot stronger. But you know, for now on this account, this is fine. Kind of like my other account better anyway, but I mean, whatever. All right, so there we go. All right, almost done here. All right, so this way now we have everything. Now we have everything in the core, and everything is surrounded in the core. This is going to give us a nice stable foundation on which to build the rest of the base. Now, unlike most other bases that you guys see and most other bases that you guys like, it is not symmetrical. Okay, and that's really one of the issues. This is wrong. It's not symmetrical. Okay, so and I will admit, you know, I was big on symmetrical bases. So at first this base was a problem to me. You know, aesthetics, you know, a lot of times matter just as much as other things. But we're going for functionality here. So Also, I'm gonna just because I played around with some level 9 wall, so I'm gonna go ahead and put these back. There we go. Here. All right, so now we have our our stable foundation upon which we can build the rest of the base. So now in any hog vault, you're almost always going to surround your primary defenses with a whole layer of resources, non-defensive buildings. That way hogs kind of stay away. So remember, when you're building it, that's the whole point. The whole point is to keep them away. If you notice in Mavis's base, he had the mortars a little off center. They were in the second layer, which makes the hogs come into the second layer, and they could either split and go to the core, or they could continue going around. And I think once they stayed and all of them went around, and then the second time they split. And so to me, that's unacceptable. Anyway, so we're gonna go here, and I'm gonna continue building the second layer. So my second layer consists of most of my resources. So we're gonna put them here, and my resources. Listen to that gold, ching ching. Alright, so then we're gonna do around these two on the edge here. You notice they're a little less connected, so I'm going to surround these there. And I mean, if you guys come up with any ideas about how to better use these walls, because technically I don't have to surround these. Of course, this is just using up the walls. Okay, now besides here, we're going to continue building. So on both sides, we're going to put our let's see, here we go, our dark elixir drills. Then we're going to put, of course, our, what am I looking for? Here we go, our elixir. I'm going to put that right next to it, right there. And then we're going to go ahead and surround this. Okay, right there. We'll do the same thing on this side. So I'll put this here. Put our dark elixir drill right next to it. There we go. Oops, pushed the wrong button like a dummy. There we go. Perfect. No, look at me about to push remove again. There we go. All right, so now you see we have the south, we'll call it the southwest, and the northeast, layers that will keep the hogs separated, from the core. Okay, so next to that, I'm gonna put I got a little space for traps right here, so I'm gonna put that there. I'm gonna put this one here, and then I'm gonna put my dark elixir right here. Now I know this is a transformer base. I would only do this in while the base is in this mode, but in farming mode, the dark elixir storage would go right here, and the clan castle obviously would go right in the middle. So just so you guys know. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put this here. I think we need to move this out just a little bit here. There. I want to put this right in there, slide it right into that slot, and I'm gonna put my queen right here. There she goes. And okay, so that's that layer. We're gonna go ahead and oops, we're gonna go ahead and cover that up with my walls here. Bam, perfect. There we go. There we go. All right. Then we'll continue with our layering. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So again, I have room for my my air bombs. Okay. Or air mines, I'm sorry, for those of you who are perfectionists. Let's put over here, I'm just going to put a builder's hut, just because I kind of run out of buildings to put there. I guess I could probably put like a drill, or not a drill, a pump or something right there, but we'll get back to that later. I'm going to put this last elixir right here. There we go. And then I'll put my king right next to it. Perfect. Let's go ahead and surround those bad boys. There we go. That's where it would go. Like that. Perfect. There. Now we have that part surrounded there. Excellent. The king is at level 9 now. Alright, so that is all of our major storages. As you can see, we don't have any major storages. We don't have any dark elixir storage or anything else. So we can go ahead and start building the outside. And this is the part that's probably the most important, because this is your first line of defense. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just start on this side over here. Alright, so we can really put anything anywhere, so I'm just gonna, let's put him right here. I think that should be just fine. Alright, and then how about we put you right next to it. Okay, and then looks like we got a little space for air mines and air bombs, so let's just do that. Okay. Oops, let's put him right there. There we go. Let's put another cannon right next to him. And so this is what you want here. You want your cannons, your you know, your air defense, your all this stuff, because, you know, truth be told, at you know, at a level at a Town Hall 9, it's gonna be really difficult to do anything to a Town Hall 10 whatsoever. Let's go ahead and surround this right there. Okay. Right there. Let's do that. Okay. And actually, you know what? Let's build a little funnel right there. And then we'll do that. Here we go. We'll give you one more. And that'll be that. There we go. So now we've got some double funneling. Let's place, how about we place a spring trap right at the top here. Let's place a spring trap right at the bottom here. And so we're going to build this other wall. It's going to start around there. So let's place, no, we don't need a spring trap right there. Maybe we'll move one of these spring traps to maybe over here. So, oops. You get the point. Anyway. Alright, so let's continue. Let's put our first wizard tower down here. About here. I think it's time for some wizard tower action. There we go. And so, then we'll put, how about we put a cannon right here. There we go. And then right next to them. Alright. And then, how about we put some bombs. Now it's gonna get very interesting. And I'm gonna explain this in here in just a second. Okay. I need an air defense. Here we go. Put that right there. And this is where it gets interesting, because this is where I expect all the hogs to die. I'm gonna put both bombs here. Okay. Now, the reason that this is important is because hogs are gonna hit you. They're gonna come over. They're gonna hit you. They're gonna hit you. And now they've got to cross over both bombs to get to that. That means they're gonna trigger both bombs to get to that. Some of them might even jump over there. They'll trigger these two, which means they'll trigger at least two of those, which means they're going to get caught by 225 plus 225 plus, what's that, 26? I forgot how much it is. But there should be enough firepower right here to take out the entire group of hogs. No more defenses go down. No more nothing. The hogs die here. And I'll do the same thing at the top. Okay? Does that make sense to you guys? Makes sense to me. And that's one of the main reasons why that's not what I wanted to do. Let's see here. Let's remove. That's one of the main reasons that I you know, kind of disagreed with Mavis's base, just because I felt that the big bombs at Town Hall 9 aren't enough to kill max hogs, number one, and number two, and they should be supplemented something. They should be supplemented with anything, you know. So I'm gonna put these here. There we go. And we'll take that there. And we'll go ahead. You know what? Let's keep this open here. Let's keep this open. How about that? Oh, let's put another wizard tower right here. There we go. And we'll keep it like that. Perfect. Let's put one more there. All right, so here I expect the hogs to die. So now we've done two sides. We're going to do the exact same thing on the other sides. I need obviously a spring trap right here. Okay, for some funneling there. Now you'll notice in this base I have some faux funneling also, or fake funneling, depending on how you feel. Let's put that there. There we go. Let's continue with our wall. Oh, actually, you know what? I gotta continue with my buildings first. That would be smart, huh? Let's put you there. Okay. And then got a little more space for air bombs and stuff. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. We'll put I can fit another archer tower right here. Perfect. And then, well, let's before we continue, let's put these bad boys here. Okay, now some of you may say, why not put the spring traps on the outside? And that's because the hogs are not going to travel from the outside. And giants, although they travel on the outside, they're only going to hit one defense before they travel to the inside. Does that make sense? Makes sense to me. Alright, let's go ahead and let's see. So we have him around there. I think I'm not going to have enough, if I remember correctly. I'm going to need to put like a builder's hut right here, but then I'll put the air defense same way as it is on the other side, right there in the corner, and then I'll build the wall around it. So let's do it. Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. Select row remove. There we go. How about that? Okay. What are you doing, Supercell? Get off me. Alright. Perfect. There we go. So now we have 3 sides all set. Now let's set another wither tower right here. Oops, not there. Here. Get over there, buddy. Alright, and then let's put a thing right there, and we'll put a tower right here. And then we're going to do the same thing that we did over there with the bombs. So let's set this. I'm going to come from this side this time. Here. I know I set the bombs right here in the corner. One there, and one there. And then let's put the bombs here, here, here. There we go. We may have to tweak this, you know, given what happens. And honestly, I'm probably gonna move that air defense inside. Kind of want to get stuff placed, you know, and then we can make little tweaks later. And how about we select this remote row and remove it, because I don't know what just happened right there. Okay, how about that? Perfect. Now before we move on, I'm gonna put a spring trap right here. There we go. Okay, and same thing we did on the other side there. There we go. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna go around there. Here. Perfect. And then we will go around here. I feel like I'm missing something. What am I missing? I think this is wrong. Remove. let's do that. There we go. I was wondering why it looks so different from the one on the other side. But this is the whole point of base building. Figuring out what tweaks that you can do to make this thing better. Uh-oh. Come here. Come here. Come here. Perfect. Okay, we're going to select this. Let's remove this one. We'll select this whole row. Okay, and then we will end right there. Okay, looks like we have one extra one. I'm going to put it right there. We'll upgrade that at our earliest convenience. Alright, so now does this make sense to you guys? Does this make sense? That's really all that matters, you know, at this point. What we want to do, we want to try to make sense of everything, you know. Let's see, we're gonna go there. How do I have this set up? I'm gonna put this for here right now. Everything else, all the other buildings, you know, it really doesn't matter. You just kind of want to put them there to just to force a spawn, but generally speaking, that's how I like to build a base. You know, it has purpose. It has the design isn't you know, completely perfect. Yeah, you're gonna lose some matches or whatever, but I mean it you know, it serves its purpose, and that's really important. I felt like the base that I was using wasn't serving the purpose, and it didn't do what it was supposed to do. I think that let's do this. I think there are better designs out there even than mine. But you know, and I was just, I don't know, I was just kind of upset that you know, how do you get 100%, you know, with the base that's supposed to be so superior, and you know, it wasn't superior. So I don't know. You guys make up your mind. I'm gonna continue to test bases, and you know, maybe it was just that guy. Maybe that guy just had a great raid. You know, I doubt it. I raided him. I saw his base. It was alright. You know, and he didn't seem like no brilliant scientist or some shit. You know, so maybe I'm being too hard on the base. But you know, after getting 100% and losing so many trophies, I gotta switch back to what I know. Like I said, this base worked for me in you know, in Masters League, and maybe, you know, maybe it's because I'm not leveled up enough. Maybe it's because, you know, I need to get my shit together on my, you know, on my base to make sure that, you know, nobody can't just take over my shit, you know. So, but I'll keep working on it. This is pretty much the base build, though. Oh, I moved the wrong one. Get your ass out of there. I'm a dumbass. Look at this. You go over there. You go over there. Listen, daddy. Bam. Anyway, I'll fix all this other shit later, but you guys understand the point. If you go to my other base reviews, you'll see that this base does work. I have postings of this base being rated by 33 hogs, 35 hogs, you know, all this other shit, you know, and it works. Okay, there was enough separation to where he was placing his mortars around right here, and so hogs would come here and then they would hit the mortar here and they would split like that. That's not what we want here. Okay, we want to keep the hogs on the outside, the balloons on the outside, and let your internal defenses do the work. Okay. Alright guys, if you have any questions, any comments, I know this is a long video, but if you have anything, please feel free to let me know. Don't use that